5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Strange Planet Podcast.
Riyadh?
Missed the intro.
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were on. I gotta send this message.
We're on. Hello.
I'm doing podcast right now. I will call you later. Call you later. Welcome,
Not
ladies.
you guys. He won't call you guys later.
No, if you want, I tell you what. If anybody ever needs a phone call, if anybody ever needs to chat, if anybody's ever lonely, you know where I'm at on Twitter. DM me, and we'll chat. Let's talk it up. Welcome, everybody, to the Strange Planet Podcast, the strangest of all the podcasts on the strangest of all the planets. We are your hosts. This is
Corey James.
And I'm Anthony Zevatek.
What up?
Hey.
What up?
I don't have a beer.
Where's your spam?
I got it right here.
Spams.
Hammers.
What's for dinner?
Hammers. That's what we've been calling them.
Is that what we've been calling them?
That's what I've been calling them.
He said we. The royal we.
The royal week. How are you doing, man? How was your week?
Right.
Yeah? Good week. The week's it's funny as the year winds down. We're getting to the end. Winter and the days are shorter. I just everything's blending together.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't wait until spring.
Yeah, I know. Winter. Blech.
Blech.
Like, I like holidays, and that's probably why they packed all the big holidays into winter.
Yeah.
To make it bearable,
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, I guess that does make a lot of sense.
You got Thanksgiving right as it starts getting shitty, and then right in the balls deep of it, you got Christmas.
Yeah.
That's why. What do they call that? Seasonal depression happens between January and February because there's no holidays.
Yeah,
there's just nothing. It's just shitty.
It's a terrible time of year, and you're coming off that New Year's high where everything. It's funny because when you get to New Year's and you're so optimistic, and
Make
you're
some resolutions,
yeah,
and then
you're
like
so,
2 weeks in, you break your resolution.
Oh, dude, you're so ready for the new year, and then like 2 weeks in, and you're like, "This is the same as last year," and you're like, "Fuck, now I'm depressed." I get it. No, I do understand, and I depression is it's a terrible thing, and it affects millions of people, and it's something that we need to talk more about. And I know I personally just went through a little state of depression. The holidays are a very tough time for me, and that's personal issues, but it's tough, the time of year, and it gets tough, but you find a way, and every Wednesday you look forward to the Strange Planet Podcast, and it keeps you going for another week.
Marvel dropping trailers keeps you going
I'll
for
tell
the
you,
week.
this week Marvel will show how big their penis is.
I was gonna say they've only showed a ball.
We'll get to after Saturday. It's gonna be a dick swinging contest, and they're gonna win hands down. Let's get started with our usual beginning of the episode. Our comics. And we should start doing our comics, like pirates, because we're pirates of podcasts.
Oh, okay.
We are the podcast pirates. That is us. I got stuff. Did you get anything?
Nah.
Okay. I got a nice little stack. Did some laid down some dollars this week. Very happy with what I've got. Something Corey has been griping on me is about not reading newer comics. I read a lot of old comics. I like my old comics. That's my thing.
Why don't you get a volume? If this has been out for years, why don't you just get the volume?
Because I like getting every individual issue.
You are getting individual issues in the volumes.
I know.
And you get all the other covers.
The variants.
The variant covers.
Yeah.
You get all the variant covers. You get.
Well, maybe I'll start doing that now that I'm interested more in buying newer comics. But I went out and got X-Men Legacy #1. Show that to you right there. Pretty sweet cover. Kind of Legion with, you can see Magneto, Wolverine, Cable, and it looks like, I think, Cyclops. Joe?
Slim Jim guy.
Well, that's Legion's hair.
I know.
So craziest. I really like Legion. I've been a big fan of Legion for a long time. I like the idea of a character with multiple personalities, and every personality has a different mutant ability. I think that is excellent.
Yeah.
Really get into it.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent. At this point, Legion is living. This is actually of what I've gotten. This is the only thing I've read so far because I'm a busy guy. At this point, Legion is living at like a monastery, and there is a prison where all of his other personalities are being contained. And he's very at peace, but as this issue starts to lay out, the personalities start to break out and want to escape, and he starts losing control. And we find out in this one that, spoiler alert, for a comic that's 5 years old, Professor X dies, so that affects him very much. And that's where I'm at right now. Extremely awesome.
Simon Spurrier.
Yeah, I'm super into it. It's kind of jolted me into getting the newer comics like you've been wanting me to do.
There's a lot of good stuff going on right now. Not so much Marvel, so it's pretty cool
I
that you
know,
found
right?
a decent one that you're interested in Marvel.
Also went out and got the Secret Defenders #4. Pretty cool. We got Doctor Strange there. We got the whole secret gang. Don't talk about them because it's a secret.
Secret.
And I thought that was cool because in my collection I had already had Secret Defenders #3.
Beef neck Wolverine.
Beef neck Wolverine. Can you guys see that? Look at that neck. That's gross.
Whoever drew that
It's like a goiter.
missed. Like, see his head comes down
Oh
here.
yeah, totally.
But his neck goes up here.
And you can tell it was like added in after the fact. Like, it's weird. Another one I got, very excited about this, is Wonder Man #14. I don't know much about Wonder Man, but I feel like I want to start learning more.
There's dinosaurs in Wonder Man.
Yeah,
I know that.
right.
He rides a T-Rex.
I want to learn more, and this is cool because it's
Fighting Warlock on Galactus's hand.
yeah, it's an Infinity War crossover.
Ooh.
So this ties into the Infinity War saga,
Nice.
which I thought was amazing. I thought that was very cool. And then, like I always do, I always manage to pick up a Fantastic Four comic because they are my favorite.
But you got a fantastic comic.
The 4 is fired out.
Oh,
It's
what is
Fantastic
there?
Four Unlimited. So
I was
this
gonna
is
say because it's not the same as this one because this is a #5
right.
and this is a 300.
Yeah, this is original run.
Hello.
Yeah, that was weird. So yeah, on here we have massive space battle going on. Fantastic Four Unlimited, pretty cool. I'm very into it. And then
That one's definitely a newer run.
oh yeah, this is I can't tell what year it is. I mean, I can tell by the back. It's 93.
93.
So yeah, this is your
This
early
is
90s.
probably early 80s.
This would be 1990.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got Fantastic Four #340, which is very cool.
Yes.
Very excited. My collection has been kicking off. I've been really going all for it.
Growing.
I like it.
Tis growing.
Yeah.
I started reading Infinity,
Oh, nice.
which is a
Yeah.
newer.
Right.
It's like 2016, maybe 17, I think. And I have no idea what's going on.
There you go.
Don't start a series if you didn't read the series before the series.
I know that's I like about the old days is that like if like let's say in this Fantastic Four #340, it'll be a scene that'll reference a past issue and then the
It'll
little
give you a
bottom
reference.
block it'll
They do that
say,
in the
like,
new ones too.
Oh really? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
But if I don't have it to reference it, then
right,
it's
then it's
pointless.
all
I start reading
new.
Infinity, and you would like it because it's heavy Namor. Like,
Oh sweet.
heavy.
Yeah,
like,
that's cool.
Namor is there's been like a weird thing going on between Wakanda and Atlantis.
Yeah, that's how it's always been. Yeah,
And,
that's always been a
like,
storyline.
Wakanda send a bunch of spies to go into Atlantis, but there's a mole in Wakanda who ratted them out and told them they were coming, so it was a ambush.
Son of a
killed them,
bitch.
and then Namor flooded half of Wakanda and killed like half their population,
See, that's cool, man.
and then went to T'Challa and said, hey, I don't want to kill any more of your people. Let's make a peace treaty right now. And T'Challa apparently isn't the king at this point.
Okay.
Shuri is the queen. So he says he's going to go to Shuri, but I don't think that she's going to be down for a peace treaty after you just murdered half the population.
Of course.
So then he goes to her and says what Namor suggested, and she says, no, we will have blood. We'll go into war. So and that was where I left off.
Crazy.
And there's like some crazy cosmic thing going on with Reed Richards and Doctor Strange. Something with the multiverse that they're trying to like do something with some machine. And Doctor Doom's pissed off about it and wants to know what's going on. Reed Richards is like keeps putting him in his place and saying, shut the fuck up. Mind your business, boy. Yeah, it was cool, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
But I'm reading that on Comixology.
Nice.
Which,
Very
Comixology, $6 a month. And
That's
I've just
not bad.
been, every time I'm done with one,
Is it? It's an app.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I read the Onslaught saga, X-Men
Yeah.
Onslaught, and then I went straight in and I read the Death of Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then I started Wolverine Origin, but it's just as bad as I thought it was going to be. So then I switched over to Infinity.
Okay. Sick. That's cool. Comixology.
There's tons of stuff
Check
on
it out. Comixology, $6 a month gets you. And now, what's their library like?
It's huge, and it has everything else. Like they'll have. It's kind of like Voodoo, but for comic books.
Okay.
So like it has everything,
Right.
and you can buy new comic books as they come out or old ones digitally.
That's cool.
But a lot of it is unlimited because you're paying for the monthly subscription, so you can just borrow it for free and read it.
Is there a free trial?
Yeah, 30-day free trial.
30-day free trial. Your boy Anthony might be checking that out.
Yeah, it's really
that
nice.
That sounds really
I've
cool.
been reading a shit ton of stuff.
Sounds really awesome.
And they have their own
They make their own comics?
their own originals.
Well, you can't beat that, can you? I don't think you can. Do we have anything on the radar?
Nope, nothing on the radar.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We got a lot to talk about today. We got a big show. Big show. Kicking it off with our next segment is Marvel news.
Marvel.
Talking about that Marvel stuff.
It's a Marvel week.
It's a big Marvel week.
Coming off the heels of some negativity last week,
Yeah.
and then trying to make up for it this week.
Yes. So we're gonna stick with the negativity for a little bit, and we're gonna talk about
The cancellation of Daredevil.
crazy.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Daredevil.
It was announced by Netflix this past week that they will be canceling Daredevil as we know it. Thoughts?
Okay, so I have a
Initial thoughts.
Okay, so I have we knew it was coming.
We did. We said on like 3 episodes ago, we had said it's a matter of time
Yes.
until they do.
Yeah. They came out with the second season of Luke Cage.
Yes.
Canceled it.
Yes.
They came out with the second season of Iron Fist. Canceled it.
Defenders.
Those ones were filmed.
Right.
They had the third season of Daredevil filmed. They released it.
Yep.
Canceled. So now everybody's going, how could you cancel Daredevil but you didn't cancel Jessica Jones or Punisher?
No, yeah.
But they both have seasons already filmed.
Right.
So as soon as those seasons come out,
Yep.
canceled.
Chopping block.
Like all the Marvel shows are done.
I'm sorry. I might be wrong in saying this, but didn't Jessica Jones just have her second season this year?
Yeah, but there's already a third
so
season.
they already
filmed.
started on the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm up to speed.
I know Jessica Jones and Daredevil were already a 3-season
Which is crazy.
show.
I mean,
but Jessica Jones came out before any of them.
no, that's untrue.
Oh, no, Daredevil came out
Daredevil was
first.
first.
Okay.
Then Jessica.
Yeah. But
Then-
they're still the original 2 oldest ones. That's why they have 3 seasons.
Right. Okay.
My gripe that I have here is with the internet and people exploding, saying, I can't believe Marvel would do this. What's wrong
I
with
know.
Marvel? Why is Marvel doing this?
How
you
is
do
it-
realize that the contract between... We've talked about this hundreds of times on this podcast.
Hundreds of times.
The contract between Netflix and Disney is up at the end of the year.
Yes.
Disney is dropping their streaming service.
Yes.
Why would they want any characters of theirs on a streaming service that is now a competitor?
Exactly. And
It's not happening.
And for all those people that are blaming Marvel, it's Netflix's streaming service. Netflix licenses the characters. Marvel has licensing rights. Netflix does everything else.
Right.
So to blame Marvel for Netflix canceling Daredevil is incorrect.
Well, it is. It is because of Disney's. Disney's not going to renew a contract.
But that's them.
But
That's,
yes, you are
right.
correct that it
Right.
is Netflix and it's
Right.
their decision
Right.
because they do have time.
Exactly.
So yes.
So there. Now that we obviously know that Punisher is going to be canceled.
Yes.
Jessica Jones is going to be canceled.
Yep.
So, well, before we look forward, let's look back. I mean, were you overall happy with the portrayal of Daredevil on Netflix?
Oh, Defenders will be canceled too.
Defenders already has
going
been
without
canceled.
saying.
It's,
But
yeah, I mean,
but they've never said that.
they did say that a couple of months ago.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I believe a couple of months ago they said that they will not do a
Oh,
Defenders
okay,
season
I missed
2.
that. No, not overall, but they were also using characters that I'm not going to try to use that as an excuse because Marvel has already proved that you can take a huge group of characters that I don't care about and make me care about them.
Right.
So yes, they could have. Did they? No, they didn't make me care about them.
They made me care about 2 people in that series.
Well, I mean, I already cared about
Daredevil and Foggy Nelson.
Yeah,
Those were the most endearing characters.
and I already cared about them, though.
Everybody else... I'm sorry, not everybody else. Kingpin. Kingpin
Yeah,
was
so
where
the
it's
Daredevil series was
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't a fan of Iron Fist at all.
See, I thought the problem with Iron Fist was, and I hate to say it, I hate to blame one person, but it was Finn Jones. I don't think he was right in that role.
But that's a director, that's a writer, that's a person who got the roles, the characters for the roles. You can't blame the actor all the time.
True.
When they're not in control of anything other than the portrayal on screen. And even at that, you still have the director standing there telling them, no, I want this.
Right.
You know, maybe do this kind of variation, you know.
Yeah.
And I've said it before with the choreography in that movie or that show was terrible.
Yeah.
They could have, for it being a martial art, heavy kung fu oriented story about a character who is like the martial arts kung fu master,
Yeah.
and it was just slow, soft, boring hits with white sneakers. Like,
I know.
I never watched season 2 because I didn't get through season 1.
I honestly never watched season 2 either. I didn't see the point in it.
Luke Cage. After they killed, what's his face?
After they killed Cottonmouth,
Cottonmouth.
that show sucked.
Yeah,
it was
it
so
went downhill.
good before they killed Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth was a great villain. They built him up really well.
I know.
Got me hyped for it.
You
and then
can't
killed
have
him with
someone,
a mic stand.
You
or
can't
something.
have someone stand in front of a picture of the Notorious B.I.G. to where it's imposed to where the crown's on his head. You can't have him do that and then kill him like 4 episodes later. That's just shit.
Yep.
Like, that's terrible.
And then I heard Diamondback or whatever his name is from the season 2 was a terrible villain
Yeah.
that didn't pan out. So there was that. Jessica Jones season 1 was pretty good.
Pretty good.
wasn't bad.
Pretty good.
Not good enough to make me want to watch season 2.
That's the best, honestly, if I'm analyzing Jessica Jones season 1, I was more of a I did not care, and I love Kristen Ritter as an actress. She is great. But I thought Kilgrave, the Purple Man, was so much better. Like, I thought that was the fucking character of the show. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that was your meat and potatoes.
Yep.
Like,
Kilgrave was a great villain, and they made him a Kingpin style realistic character for a character who wasn't all that realistic in the comic books. So yeah, Jessica Jones is definitely, if they're gonna make one series go for 3 seasons with Daredevil, yeah, give it to Jessica Jones.
right.
Obviously, The Punisher was fantastic,
Oh man, and I tell you what, season 2,
but it just came too late.
it came way too late. And you know, you could honestly, if you look at it through, if you look at it through my eyes, Daredevil season 2 was Punisher season 1.
Right, because you
And
got
then
to
Punisher
see half
season
of it
1
through
was
Daredevil.
Punisher season 2.
Yeah.
And then blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So I think they did him fantastic justice. Now, all right, on to the future. We've done enough talking about the past. Past is past. Oh, speaking of the past, Netflix has said that those shows will stay on Netflix even though they're canceled.
Oh yeah,
So-
they're Netflix originals. There's
Right.
no reason for them to pull
So
them.
that
would be
don't worry,
a dumb mistake.
Right. So, looking on to the future, Disney, are they going to do something with these characters?
I don't know what you have there, but I read from an executive saying that no,
Ah,
straight up, we don't need these street level characters. He said we don't need these street level characters being on a different streaming service, and we don't need them right now. So
it's a shame.
I think everybody's looking at Daredevil.
Right.
Everybody wants to see Daredevil
And
come onto the
Daredevil,
MCU.
honestly, of all those characters that were involved in Netflix, Daredevil does pull the most weight with the normal cast of MCU characters.
Yeah.
You don't see Cap and Luke Cage teaming up. You don't, Punisher. I'd say Daredevil, Punisher, and then so on and so forth.
Especially acting chops.
Oh, acting
I
chops.
think
Charlie
Cox could hold his own.
He could hold his own anyway.
And I honestly, what's his face that played Punisher? I think he's already done that enough to prove him, as that he could hold.
And I tell you, I loved Mike Coulter's portrayal of Luke Cage.
Yeah,
I thought he did I thought he did great.
it wasn't bad.
But I keep thinking about the statement that Vincent D'Onofrio made after the cancellation, where he'd said, I would love to work with Tom Holland.
Oh, that gives you chills.
Right? Like, Vincent D'Onofrio legit said himself, I love this character. I would love to be working with Spider-Man. That's what we all want.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, Daredevil, and I'm not sure about the exact comic origin of Kingpin, but I associate the Kingpin with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
More so than Daredevil.
That's because when you were younger, you
I
were
was
more into
conditioned
Spider-Man.
to do that.
Well, you were more into Spider-Man.
Well, that's
than you
because
were
the
Daredevil.
Spider-Man television show
Right.
was right there.
But being Queens and the Bronx, not
Yeah.
even. No, they were both from Queens, weren't they? Isn't Hell's Kitchen right
I
beside
think
Queens?
Hell's Kitchen is more of a part of the Bronx.
Okay, well either way, you're basically pretty close in New York City.
Right.
So Kingpin
Yeah.
was a heavy hitter
Heavy
in
hitter
both
for
of those
both.
series, and that's why you had a lot of crossovers with Spider-Man and Daredevil
All right. So,
and the Punisher.
all right, listen and walk with me here.
I was gonna say I got a little walk to go on too.
Could Disney eventually do something with those characters? And
No,
that would provide a home for Moon Knight.
that would be cool, but no.
No?
No, Netflix, those are Netflix.
Fuck.
Those are Netflix. They're done. We enjoyed them. They're over. Tom Holland only has a contract for 2 more movies.
I know.
And then Sony's going to grab that up as fast as they can to pull Spider-Man into their little universe.
I know, and it's shit that they fucking did.
I have...
Take the walk.
Yes.
Let's walk.
So this is something I've never thought about before until today.
Okay.
Why can't okay, so you got Tom Holland as Spider-Man in the MCU
Right.
on loan from Sony. So
Correct.
Sony's still making money from that.
Yes.
Every time that Spider-Man makes an appearance in an MCU movie, Sony's making money off of it.
Right.
So that's great for them. It's great for us. It's great for Marvel. Okay. Now we got the Marvel Sony cinematic universe going on over here that they just started with Venom.
Yeah.
Venom did very well.
Yeah.
They are already filming Morbius
Right. And Venom 2.
and Venom 2. Why couldn't, since Sony owns the Spider-Man rights to the movie Spider-Man
Right.
rights, why couldn't there be two Spider-Man?
Whew.
Why couldn't they have had Spider-Man in the Venom movie that was a different Spider-Man
True.
with a different actor?
Huh.
It's their character.
Yeah.
It's a different
Wow.
movie. It's a different franchise.
I never thought of that.
And,
I mean,
and
all right,
you know
all
what?
right.
You know, the only thing I thought of was, okay, maybe it would confuse people. No, because we're just coming into the cusp of Spider-Verse.
Okay, so
So now you have two different universes with two different Spider-Man. Really, literally.
here's my thought on that. Sony licensed the rights to the character to Marvel. So yeah, like you said, Sony makes money every time he appears in Marvel. Now, if they did that, but also had their Spider-Man, maybe they don't want to draw comparisons between the two. Maybe they don't want people to sit there and go, Marvel Spider-Man is so much better. Sony Spider-Man is a piece of fucking shit. Maybe
They
they're
already
playing-
were doing that
maybe-
with Venom.
Right.
So
But
it's not
it's
going to
not the
hurt
same
you
character.
to have
It's-
to have a different Spider-Man in there. It would have only helped. Yes, there would be those
They're
people
playing-
going, well, it's not Tom Holland, so I don't care.
Sony could possibly be playing the long game. Sony could be waiting until that contract,
And then,
up,
yeah, and then
pull it right back and be like,
Right.
well, hey guys, thanks for building all of this. Now we're gonna take it and make money off of it.
And I guarantee they do that.
Right.
I was just thinking, unless there was a
If-
specific thing in the contract saying, while you have him on loan to us, you can't use him in a movie. Unless there was that, I don't see why they couldn't have thrown a Spider-Man in there, and it would have made the movie better. It would have made a lot of fans happy.
Right.
Yes, it would have had some backlash with the people who love the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But you're always going to have backlash, no matter what. We had a great Spider-Man in Andrew Garfield, and everybody hated it.
Yeah.
I think that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is subpar.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's you.
I liked him in Infinity War, but I didn't think he was the shining point of Infinity
No,
War. I
definitely
thought there
not.
was so much better stuff
Yeah.
going on in Infinity War than what Tom Holland did.
He's in the he's in the late part of the top 10, definitely.
So that's just something I thought of,
you know-
because that literally would create a Spider-Verse.
I don't understand.
Anybody?
Why. Check out Mr. Sunday Movies on from this past Sunday to get more insight into Spider-Man meeting. I'll leave that there.
Oh, I watched that one.
Right?
With the TV show.
Yeah.
With the clones.
So what I fail to keep understanding is why Marvel doesn't just take a truck, fill it with $4 billion, and just dump it on Sony's doorstep and be like, you guys fucked this character up, and you guys can't do this character right. Here is $4 billion. We're taking everything back.
It's just so hard to put into numbers what all those licenses they have right now. With comic book characters being as big as they are
Yeah.
of a franchise and a movie franchise right now.
Oh, you got villains, you
and
got
they're in
heroes,
such a
you
good
got-
position because they bought all these characters before
Yeah.
everything blew up into
Right.
it. They're in such a good position.
Yeah.
So I don't see them ever letting any of that go. We got
It cannot be a lifetime contract. It cannot be here's the character rights in
You
1999.
don't think when Marvel was failing and thought that they were going to collapse, that they were just like, yeah, here's the movie
here's
rights.
the next 100 years, the rights are yours. There's no. I can guarantee that there is not a
I would love to see
100-year contract.
when the expiration of
I
these dates
would
are,
love
because,
to
like,
see that
Universal
shit
with
too.
Hulk.
Right.
When does that go away? When is
Right.
that little
Is
tiny
there
thing?
is there a clause that says if you don't do anything with the character for X amount of years, then you fucking negate it? Because that's how it should be. I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not an executive, but I know what's what, and I know what's right, and what I'm saying is right. Son of a bitch.
Like, one of the, like you've always said, one of the greatest rogue galleries is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
Even more
and he
so than
can't-
Batman.
And you can't even use half of them.
Right.
Like, we'll never see Morbius with Spider-Man,
We'll
but
never
we're gonna
see-
get to see Morbius.
we'll never see
We'll never
Doc
see
Ock.
Venom with Spider-Man,
Venom.
but we already saw Venom. Like,
It's shit.
we're getting all these great Spider-Man.
And
Craven.
even when we do get our Spider-Man villain in a Marvel movie, it's
we are
watered
getting,
down.
We are getting Mysterio.
Yeah, we are getting
Which is,
Mysterio.
I've been dreaming of Mysterio since I was like
Exactly.
5 years old.
How about the
watching
concept
cartoon.
art that? Do you ever hear about that? How in the third Spider-Man, there was
Yeah.
Mysterio supposed to be in it. It was supposed to be Bruce Campbell, and it was going to tie in all the little cameos that he did in all the movies. Isn't that crazy? Anyway,
Good
moving
thing that
on.
never happened.
We could talk about Spider-Man forever. Moving on, I want to say real quick, this is not on our show list, so I'm pulling it right out there. It was announced this week that Marvel Studios is getting ready to launch filming for Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu.
Wow, that's an old comic book.
Deadline has dropped the exclusive report that Shang-Chi is now being fast-tracked through development at Marvel Studios. David Callahan, an Asian American screenwriter, has been tapped to handle the script. Reports are that an Asian or Asian American director is being sought for the project. The reported goal is for Marvel to do for Asian American culture what the studio did for African American culture with the unprecedented success of Black Panther in 2018.
Which is this year.
Right. So,
Yeah, Black Panther came out this year.
Shang-Chi,
Yeah,
Master of
that's
Kung
badass.
Fu. That's pretty
That's
cool.
real badass.
And I'm very excited. And I'm very excited at the fact that article said that it is Marvel Studios, not Disney Plus. And I don't know how connected they are, but I feel like when you say Marvel Cinematic Universe is getting ready to launch Shang-Chi, it's feature film.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like that's what we're talking about
right.
here.
Not
I'm
streaming.
I'm very excited
Not
about
streaming
that. I'm very excited about
Yeah,
that
that's really awesome.
kind of thing, and I'm very excited. It's like we were saying, it's like new characters, and not necessarily new characters, but older characters that no one's been talking about for years. And like, that's even fine enough. And like, that's kind of what I'm into.
You gonna pull some Jan of the Jungle in there?
Well, let's talk about Quasar. Let's talk
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Power Pack. Let's talk about Namor. Let's talk about all these
Boo,
characters.
Namor.
You will one of these days you will cheer for when I say
Never.
Namor. So that's pretty cool. Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu, coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm very excited.
Yeah, that's cool. That'll be like a, I don't know. I don't even know where that would tie into, but that'd be cool.
Freshen it up. Maybe Wong is his cousin.
That's what I was
or
instantly
something.
thinking of Doctor Strange because of that
'Cause he's-
aspect of that
yeah,
movie
right.
that they kind of tied in there was a lot of like martial
Buddhist
arts. Yeah.
kind of thing. So that's cool. I want to flip articles on the roster. I want to talk about the Into the Spider-Verse
Okay.
first before we talk about
Great
what's
reviews.
next. Yeah,
Great reviews. It's 100%. It's been
Yep.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes for like 2 weeks.
fantastic reviews. Wonderful.
Awesome. I'm
Good
pumped
stuff.
to see it.
Yeah, I stood there at I was at Walmart today, and I stood there and I stared at Into the Spider-Verse poster, and I thought about buying
That's
it.
pretty awesome.
And I thought about buying
Probably
it.
a lot of characters.
No.
Oh, no?
It's Miles Morales upside down against a cityscope.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty.
Nice.
It's like really. It's not like all cartoony. It looks like a fucking movie poster.
Nice.
And I think I might buy it.
Hell yeah. They already announced we're getting
Yes.
spin-offs.
We're getting 2.
Yes.
We're getting a sequel to Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
And we're getting a spin-off.
An all-female Spider-Man movie.
And I'm okay with that.
I am okay with that, but I don't. Who we have?
Who we got?
Gwen, we got Spider-Gwen. We got Spider-Woman and Spider-Girl.
Yep. Yeah.
That's I guess.
I mean, and that's the thing. Into the Spider-Verse
You got
kind
Mary
of
Jane.
Into the Spider-Verse introduced us to all these characters. That doesn't mean that when we move forward, we have to have like 80 different characters in one movie. We could move on, and we could have
a Spider-Gwen movie,
a Spider-Gwen
basically, but
movie,
with other...
a Spider-Man noir movie, which when you had said about the spin-offs,
I know. How badass would it be?
I texted him, I was like, please let it be Spider-Man noir. Please.
Make sure you keep Nick Cage and give me a dark, like noir, like almost Batman, 90s Batman.
Yes.
But with a Spider-Man swinging around shooting people.
Yes.
In a freaking black trench coat.
I want, if we're taking
awesome.
this Spider-Verse off into the fucking stratosphere, give me a fucking Spider-Man noir film. Please.
And make sure you keep Nick Cage.
Please keep Nick Cage. I'm very excited about that. And see, that's what I'm excited for Sony about. That's cool. Like, when you can develop this, and you can kick this off, and you can start doing this, fucking do it. Like, don't take your eggs out of your basket and put them into a completely different basket. Keep your eggs in your basket. So if you're making these really cool animated Spider-Man movies, keep fucking doing it and release them in wide release theaters and make it this big thing and bring it back. Leave the fucking real stuff all the way over there to the pros.
Yep.
Like, that's another thing, but
hey, Venom comes out in a week on digital, and I'm buying it.
Good.
So we'll all get to watch what all the hype is about.
I am still tiptoeing.
Hey, it's got good reviews. It's got bad critic reviews.
Yeah. And that's what honestly, as much I am a fan, and I'm not a critic. I'm not an established critic. So my opinion doesn't matter, according to what I'm going to say, but the opinions I actually pay attention to are those of the actual critics. I don't if I was you, I wouldn't take what I say to heart, and I wouldn't make an informed decision based on what I say. So, in the same sense, I'm not going to make an informed decision on what they say. So, I guess that's where I'm at there.
Gotcha.
I'm really rocking the boat this week.
Okay. Where are we at?
Captain.
All right, so Sunday.
Yes.
I had read that Marvel announced a second trailer for Captain Marvel was supposed to air at Monday Night Football.
Yes.
So I was pumped for that. Then, from my sources, I heard that we were supposed to get the Avengers 4 trailer 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Then, after I informed you of that, I also heard that we might get a Far From Home teaser on Friday.
Yes.
The week before Aquaman drops.
Yes.
So Marvel's just like, oh, you think you're coming out with a good movie, DC? Fuck you.
No one's going to be talking about you.
Here's 3 trailers.
But here we are.
Yes.
Wednesday.
Did we get our Avengers 4 trailer this morning? No, because apparently they rescheduled it because of George Bush's funeral?
Yeah, that was today. Yeah, George.
That's what I kept reading. I don't see how it. But
yeah, I
kind
could
of respect.
I could understand.
Respect.
Don't take the headlines away from a president passing away.
Right. That's the only reason I can see why they would do that.
Okay, I understand.
We did get our Captain Marvel trailer 2. It gave us a lot of what we already saw. And a little bit of new.
Oh, hey, I think they gave us a lot new stuff. But
what did you think?
Before I say that,
okay.
It was moved to Avengers 4 trailer. Look for that Friday morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah, they moved that.
And Far From Home teaser on Saturday is what I've been hearing.
So next podcast we'll have lots. Oh
yeah, next podcast hopefully we'll have a lot to talk about because we moved the podcast to work with the rumors, but we got burned. So
we tried.
We did try. All right, so what did I think of the Captain Marvel trailer number 2? I effing loved it. It expanded what we saw in the first one without going too deep into story or too deep into character development or too deep into who's bad, who's good, who's this, who's that. I think it did exactly what a second, which is honestly, because I feel like the first one was the teaser, and now I feel like this is trailer number 1. But that's
Yeah, but they just say trailer too. Even if it's a teaser trailer,
Right.
this is still the second one.
True.
So,
But
it's definitely a full. It was the first full trailer.
Full trailer, 2.5 minutes of pretty damn awesome action. I thought. I thought the CGI looked great. I thought the acting didn't. The only person I didn't care for their acting in the trailer was Brie Larson. For some reason, I thought she was very stiff, and maybe that's the character because she's been in space so long. What do you think? What do you got?
I thought it was pretty dang boring.
Really?
I thought the first one was boring. I think Brie Larson. I keep trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
She keeps letting me down in these trailers.
Damn.
I think this movie. I'm gonna watch it. I'm probably
Of
gonna
course.
enjoy it. I've enjoyed all the Marvel movies. There's not one that I can think of where I didn't enjoy it.
Thor: The Dark World?
I don't know if I watched that the whole way through.
Yeah, see?
So I mean, I watched to the part where they were like throwing things. Look, kids were throwing things through those portals.
That's very
And I think I
early.
fell asleep.
That's very early. That's very
So, but I'm not a
early.
huge fan of Thor, so I just couldn't bear getting through it.
Okay.
Nothing. It gave me the same feeling as I got when I watched the Ant-Man trailer,
Okay.
and I went, meh. She was very, very stale.
Yeah.
The lines were very stale. Like, I'm not gonna be a part of your war. I'm gonna end your war. Yeah, we
know.
got it.
Yeah.
We know that's what it means.
Yeah.
Um,
So the Kree
I
are
thought-
a race of hero...
no, warrior.
Heroes.
Like, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't even
It
make
was
sense.
No, it was so unnecessary to say that kind of thing.
The whole first scene
With the
I
fight-
thought was a cop-out.
to give everybody that
Because
loved-
everyone
Yeah.
blew up the first teaser going, she punched an old lady. Why would she punch an old lady? And I'm sure a lot of kids' parents were going like, you're not watching that. They're beating up old ladies. So then they literally had to hold your hand and go through the entire scene.
I know. I thought the same thing. I thought the same exact
The
thing.
whole scene.
I did. I
It was a
honestly-
stupid growl, and then she fights back, and then I was like, okay.
I thought the same thing.
Only part of that trailer that got me hyped was after she said she's going to end the war.
Yeah.
And then it showed her full suit, helmet, flaming mohawk, blasting ships down in space.
Yeah.
That was badass.
That was badass.
And I'm sure that's going to be the majority of the movie, and I'm sure I'm going to like the movie. I just don't like... I'm starting to figure out directors in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
I love the Russo brothers.
Yes.
I love their tone. They are not afraid to take these movies into a serious, dark place with very sparingly using humor.
Right.
Everyone else seems to use the humor as a crutch,
Yeah.
especially in that trailer. I felt like every time you tried to lay down something layered of a serious plot device, in the middle of it, you jarred me with a weird, stupid joke.
Yeah.
Like the cat. I get it. She has a cat
Well-
in the comic book. I get it.
Well, that's see. All right, so I knew we were going to talk about the cat, so I came prepared. I did. All right, so
Isn't his name Gary?
and all right,
I
so
think, in the
it's-
comic book?
in the comic book, it's and I guess I didn't come as prepared.
I
as
don't know why I thought it was Gary.
Shit.
It's alright. We'll figure
Anyway,
it out.
but the character's name or the cat's name in the movie is Goose, which is a callback to Goose from Top Gun, which is neither here nor there. So, the cat is actually a space monster
Yeah.
who disguises itself as
Well, that's
a
the
cat.
point. Oh, you're so cute.
Right.
Obviously, we know that she has a cat who's actually a space monster.
Yes. So there's that, and that's a long con. Like they're playing that off right now, but
We got a line from Jude Law's character.
yes, we did.
saying,
Yonrog.
You're not as strong as you think you are.
Yes.
Which, is that just him being a dick? Or
All right.
is that leading to something else?
Is Yonrog the actual villain?
I feel like he's definitely the puppet master of her.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one making her feel like she's doing the right thing her entire life.
Right.
And then once she figures out that she's not, he's going to be pissed.
Yes.
So definitely. The line that bothered me...
Okay, the cat's original name, the comic book cat, is Chewie, as a callback to Chewbacca.
Gotcha.
But obviously, you can't do that. So. Go ahead. You were saying.
The line that bothered me was... What did they say? Something about her. Not... Or do you want to know who you really are?
Oh, it was spoken by Ben Mendelsohn from Rogue One as the leader of the Skrulls.
Is it just... I was going to say, is it just me... Or is she a Skrull?
Okay, so
I think she's a Skrull.
very
That was
interesting.
as soon as they said that
very
line, I'm like,
interesting- very
well,
interesting
you
topic.
just gave me that away.
Right. Is
The very thing that she hates and have been hunting down and trying to kill her entire life.
or is there a Skrull Carol Danvers and the real Carol Danvers, and the Skrull Carol Danvers is on Earth and the real Carol Danvers is out in space?
I was going to say, in the comic book,
Which-
her mother is Kree.
Speaking of the comic, he's correct. He's saying, according to Kevin Feige, this movie is mostly based around the 2011, right? The 2011
Yes.
Captain Marvel. So he's
That's
got
the only
it
one
right.
that I've ever actually read some of.
Right.
I've never actually read, other than Ms. Marvel,
Right.
that I know a good bit about.
So yes, is her mom a Kree in this? We have yet to find
Well,
out.
that's what I was about to say. What if her dad
Is a Skrull?
is a Skrull
Oh,
who loved her mama, who was a Kree?
that's interesting.
But they can't be together, so they went to Earth. And they had a little baby.
Interesting. Interesting.
We know that she's definitely Kree something before
Kree
she gets her
infused.
powers.
It's like
Because when you see her crash land and she's still in her jumpsuit,
right.
she's bleeding blue.
Blue nose, right. So, there's speculation as to whether the cause of the accident is Kree caused, which causes the blue blood, but that doesn't make sense.
No, I'm
when
thinking
does
that her mommy was
does she? There's a lot of questions.
I think they gave too much away.
I am on the edge of my seat, excited.
Really? Good.
All right, so big.
A little back shot of Ronan there for a second.
Yeah, a little Ronan, which I'm fine. Keep Ronan a little out.
I think it's crazy that she's gonna be like working with Ronan for half this movie.
No, she's going to be working. Well, I mean, yeah, because
They work for Ronan, like not for Ronan, but with Ronan.
Well, Korath, which was played by Djimon Huston,
It's part of the team.
is part of that team, Star Force.
Yeah, but they work.
For or with Ronan, because
Right.
they could be. I mean, Annette Bening is cast as.
I forget what her name is.
I forget what her name is too, but she's
Mastermind or
she's
something
a
weird.
Kree scientist who rescued Danvers and made her part Kree.
Right.
Which is, I love Annette Bening. I'm a big fan of Annette Bening.
Which isn't in the comic book. Isn't she like a big floating brain looking squid thing?
Correct.
Straight Krang style.
Right. I thought it was cool that the Funko Pop vinyl that came out a couple of months ago, where it was her in her Star Force uniform and the name on it said Vers.
Yeah.
Her space name is Vers because she had half of a dog tag where Carol Dan is on. So I thought that was really cool.
That's cool.
And I thought that was cool how they showed that in the trailer, how she's holding up the piece of the dog tag that she didn't have. And, you know, that she's starting to remember.
I think this is going to be a fun movie
Yes.
that's going to be entertaining,
Yes.
but I don't feel like it's going to be it's still not a key piece to what I care about in this whole big thing.
Right.
Like, it's like you're excited about it because you're feeling like it's the first step after Infinity War.
Yes.
But it's not. It's still not.
Right. It's
Like, even if you thought that, then Ant-Man and Wasp should have been.
I mean, it's a sequel. No, it's
No,
a prequel.
it's still a prequel.
It's a prequel.
It's
right.
just
and I'm
setting
fine
up
with
the
that.
one character who's going to be heavy in Avengers 4.
And that's fine. I'm fine with that.
No, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that I think that's a one of those things where it just kind of like makes it not as important.
Yeah.
It's like a Rogue One, where you're going in. Yeah, Rogue One was a great movie. It
was
was
a great
entertaining.
movie. It was
I didn't go
entertaining.
see it. I wouldn't still if I could go back. I wouldn't still go see it because it's not a key piece
True.
in the bigger story.
True.
It's just a story, and that's cool. We need
You
fillers.
can see two of us. Two of us.
No, but I agree. It does look good.
Yes.
I think, unfortunately, some of the things that people are saying about Brie Larson being kind of flat might be true.
It might be true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not sure because
We haven't seen the movie.
As we already know, also Avengers 4 has already been filmed. We don't know what she did for that. We don't know anything really about her involvement in that, which is great for Marvel to keep that all under wraps. I'm very excited, and I will continue to be. I will be there. I'll go see it opening week.
Oh, I'm gonna go see it too.
Yeah, you gonna come with me?
Yeah.
You gonna see it together?
Yeah, we'll go.
I love it. I love date nights. Moving on. Do we have any DC news?
Just this list
Okay,
of things that they are coming out with.
All right.
Holy crap!
give it to me.
What's wrong with them?
Give it to me.
Aquaman,
Right.
Shazam,
Yes. Which, you know what? I got to go back and watch that Shazam trailer again.
The Joker,
Right.
Cyborg,
Oh, what year is Cyborg?
2020,
Ugh.
Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman 84.
2020,
Yep.
Green Lantern Corps, 2020,
Core 2020.
Suicide Squad 2, 2020,
Ugh. Gross.
Birds of Prey, 2020,
Cripes.
Flash standalone movie, 2021,
How many movies are they going to
Batgirl,
TBD.
Nightwing,
TBD.
Justice League Dark,
TBD. Wow. Just
Deathstroke, Black Adam,
Ugh.
Lobo,
What?
New Gods, The Batman, Gotham City Sirens. The Harley Quinn and Joker movie?
What was that? You missed
Supergirl.
one.
No, that was just a video. Other Joker starring Jared Leto movie.
Christ.
Supergirl. What are they doing?
No, they need to just stop.
Holy
they need
crap.
to honestly. They
That
need to
list is redonkulous.
honestly after they need to not do Cyborg. They need to stop. They need to
Gotham
do.
City Sirens, Birds of Prey, New Gods.
They need
like-
to. They need to do. They need to release Aquaman, release Shazam, release Wonder Woman 1984.
They have to. They already filmed all
Right,
those.
and then stop.
And the Joker.
And the Joker.
They already filmed. That film actually wrapped Sunday.
Nice. They need to stop and then reevaluate. Take 5 years. Stop everything. Stop the Batman. Stop the Superman. Stop everything.
Well,
and
Suicide Squad 2 is already being filmed. They do not have a release date because it's probably shitty and they don't know how long it's going to take to make it good.
I have no more faith in DC. We could not talk about DC on this show.
I just
feel
saw
like
that list
it would be
pop
so
up,
much better.
like a picture, and it had all the logos, and there was like 20 of them, and I'm like, how are they so confident?
Yeah.
And like there was just names that I didn't even know about. Like you're making a Batgirl movie when there's already a Batwoman show. You're making a Gotham City Sirens movie while you have a Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah.
You can't even make Flashpoint. Like,
Right.
just stop.
All right.
All right, move around.
Moving
moving
on.
around.
We're gonna close out the show today. We have 2 bits of news for the end of the show. One is very sad. This week.
Another death.
Another death.
Seems like every week we have a death.
And it's a lot of deaths from our childhood.
I
And I
know,
guess
man.
that's when we get older, they get older. It's not how it happens. But this week, Steven Hillenburg passed away.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain. Steven Hillenburg, most famously the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants.
And he had a comic book
Really?
before that SpongeBob was inspired by.
Interesting.
I read.
I did not know that.
Pretty
Steven
cool.
Hillenburg passed away at the age of 57. He suffered from ALS, otherwise known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
My daughter's been really getting into SpongeBob this past couple of months, I'm like so pumped because she loves like the original season and season 2.
I'm not gonna lie. I loved SpongeBob.
Yeah, me too.
I must have been. What year did SpongeBob?
We were probably
debut?
around like
13,
8, 9.
No, we had to be older than that, my friend.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
The first episode aired on Nickelodeon May 1st, 1999.
Yeah. Damn.
And and I tell you what,
So you're 10.
yeah. It spawned off movies. It was everything. I hold SpongeBob SquarePants in such a high place in my heart for animation. As I was a kid, it was so groundbreaking and it was so fresh and it was so.
Oh yeah,
new.
we had a group of Nicktoons
Yeah.
that were amazing, right?
Oh yeah, we grew up in the golden age.
And then there was a
lull.
yeah, that generation of cartoons kind of fell flat for a minute.
Yes.
And we didn't have really anything good. They were focusing on all this stupid like sitcoms but with kids
Right.
for a minute there.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we get this new cartoon that fit right in there.
Yeah.
With all those like Angry Beavers and all those shows.
Rocco,
that,
it was so classic,
right in
but
there.
so at the time appropriate and
aggressive.
So,
You know what was up? You know what about cartoons when we watched them? They were aggressive.
Yeah.
They were in your face. They were loud. They were raunchy.
Yeah.
They weren't afraid to be kind of like Looney Tunes.
Yeah, right.
And I loved Looney Tunes.
Exactly.
And I still love Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
So that's probably why
It was Looney
Cartoons
Tunes.
now are
It
like,
was Looney Tunes for Generation X.
Right.
That's what it was.
and SpongeBob was like one of the last
Oh
ones
man,
to come out at a late time.
I just the episodes and the moments and everything
The last one I remember watching before I kind of just, I don't know, I just kind of stopped watching
right.
was the one where they were like cursing and they had the
Oh
dolphins and
yeah,
stuff like covering
my
up
God,
the cuss
that's
words.
Such a great episode.
That was like the last one I remember watching.
The episode where they go to rock bottom, where they go even lower. That's amazing.
And the bus
Like,
just they kept
bus
missing
just
the bus over and over
that's
again.
so good. And the guy who's like
Standing over there, trying to get his balloon back.
that's man, and
It was
like
such a creepy episode.
chocolates. Like there's so many just iconic moments. There's so many iconic moments and characters and Mr. Krabs and Larry the Lobster and Sandy Cheeks and Squidward and Patrick and everybody and Bubble Buddy and like I fucking love
Doodlebug, man. That was like a terrifying episode.
That was a Halloween episode. It premiered with all the Halloween stuff. So, man, Steven Hillenburg, thank you so much for everything that you did for us. Rest in peace. Going off above water, as it were to be.
And it's crazy because they just announced that they're doing the new SpongeBob movie.
Yeah.
So hopefully he got to be in on that.
Right.
At least a little bit. I don't know. Maybe they didn't even start it yet.
Yeah. It's man. Steven Hillenburg, thank you so much. Ladle. Because of you, I celebrate Leif Erikson Day.
You got that guy in the background that says my leg.
Right.
That always stood out to me.
Leif Erikson Day. And Leif Erikson Day would not be as popular as it is today without SpongeBob SquarePants. That's just the way it is. And last, we love our strange bit of news, and we love it so much.
I had to add this weekly strange.
No, it is
because
strange.
this is not strange.
No, it is strange. It was announced yesterday that Netflix. All right, so it was actually announced maybe about a month ago that Friends would be leaving.
Yeah,
Netflix.
they gave the list of stuff that's leaving at the end of the year.
Friends was on it, and I understand, and I know why now. And I understand everything that's going on. So get ready.
Here it comes.
Boom. So yeah, Netflix announced that Friends was leaving because Hulu is direct partners with NBC.
Yeah, and they want all their shows.
They want all their shows in one place, and that's great. And I think that's fine. But fans of Netflix and
outraged.
honestly, it's
We need
everybody.
our friends.
No, it's everybody that didn't see that and automatically think, oh, okay, it's just going to be on Hulu now. Oh, I understand what's going on. It's not gone forever. It's just going to a different streaming service. People didn't understand that, and they freaked out and panicked like the world was ending. And the social outcry caused Netflix to put down 100 million.
No, 100K.
No,
100,000.
it's 100 mil.
No, it was 100K.
No, I guarantee it's 100 mil.
I thought I read 100K.
They put down a large amount of money to keep
100K is too much.
Friends 100 million. Netflix will pay around
Holy
100 million
crap, it's even stranger.
to continue licensing Friends from
One
its
more
owner,
year.
Warner Media. It's a significant jump from the 30 million a year it previously paid to stream the show. $100 million will be paid from Netflix to Warner Media to keep Friends for 1 year. $100 million.
2019.
200.
You will be able to watch
You better
Friends.
fucking watch Friends
On Netflix.
800 times on Netflix.
Because these motherfuckers dropped 1 mil.
100 mil!
Oh god, it's too
so much
for Friends.
actually,
it's not even that good of a show.
No, I'm not going to agree with him. I like Friends.
It's a good show,
I like Friends.
but it's not
And
that good of a show.
Me and Jess have actually been watching a lot more Friends lately, even before this announcement was made.
It's not that good.
That's pretty damn strange, don't you think? $100 million for 1 year of
Not
Friends.
worth it.
Not worth it?
With all the mistakes that Netflix
I
is
agree.
making
No,
right now,
that's funny because I
and
just
them get destroyed next year when the streaming service comes out for Disney.
right. I
Keep
said
making the mistakes.
I said yesterday. I said it's funny because they're about to lose half of that to the Satanic Church over this Bahamut.
Yeah,
Because the Satanic Church
Netflix just
doesn't
keeps
lose.
coming up in our strange.
The Satanic Church does not lose.
So you got all that money going to a freaking
100
statue
million,
because of Sabrina,
And
the
you got
teenage witch.
$150 million leaving Netflix.
100
I tell you
million
what,
for
I'm
Friends.
saying it right now.
And they canceled all their
Right.
Marvel Netflix shows.
December 5th, 2018. I give it 5 years until Netflix is gone. You know who was the biggest streaming music thing that kicked it all off? Napster. You know what Napster is now? You can buy socks on Napster. Like, it's stupid. Like, Netflix is killing themselves right now. They canceled Orange is the New Black, their highest rated show of all fucking time, for no reason.
You just canceled all your Marvel.
Canceled it all.
Canceling half of your originals.
Yeah.
You dropped $100 million on Friends.
Friends.
So basically, you're banking your entire streaming
If-
service
if-
on The Office and Friends.
If I tell you what, if Friends is worth $100 million, how much is The Office?
Dude,
worth?
The Office was announced that it was leaving like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and they keep paying to keep it on because people keep saying if you take The Office off, I'm gone.
That's the only reason I watch Netflix.
Well, apparently it's Friends too.
Oh, I like Friends. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Strange Planet Podcast. We have been your hosts. This has been
Corey James,
and I've been Anthony Zevatek. Have a strange day.
strange it.